Hey guys, Robert here from Master Guitar Academy, and today I'm back with another Triads lesson for you. As you probably know, I love to teach Triads because they are so important, so powerful, and so useful. I call these Triad voicings Eric Johnson Triads, and that's simply because I've heard him use these types of Triads frequently. So what I'm going to do today is to show you how you can harmonize the G major scale, or we can look at it as the E Aeolian mode. They have the same notes, using these Eric Johnson Triads. And before we get started, make sure that you download the lesson files by clicking the link in the YouTube description. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, you really should, because I put out a lot of useful material here on a frequent basis. Now let's take a closer look at how this works. I'm going to start with E minor, and then I'm going to harmonize the E Aeolian mode, or G major, the same thing, using the triads that already exist within this scale. So I'm going to start by playing through all these triads one by one and highlight on the screen which triad it is. And then I'll show you the details of how you grip these voicings. Now, as you probably already know, a triad is constructed by taking the first, the third, and the fifth note from the scale or mode. If we do that to the E Aeolian, we get E, G, and B. That is an E minor chord, an E minor triad. And then we can harmonize this mode or scale by just moving each of these notes from the triad up the fretboard. And you get these chords that fit in with this scale. That's called harmonizing. And that's what I'm doing here. But I'm going to show you these cool Eric Johnson style voicings, which are a little bit different. If you go back to this one that I first mentioned here, if you look at the intervals, we have root note, we have minor third, and we have fifth on top. And they exist within the same octave. But when we play this voicing, which is the first one I'm going to show you, it sounds cooler, right? It's still just a triad. But what we're doing now is that we're starting on the root note, E, playing the 5, and minor third now up here. And the minor third is an octave above, right? Because we have, the minor third would be open G string. That's part of the E minor chord, right? Or here, same thing. But now, since I have the 5 here, I can't play open G string, obviously. So I take that minor third from open G string and move it up here, an octave higher. And you get that sound. And then we just move the hand up the fretboard, adjust accordingly to find the next chord. And we get that sound. That's how it works. All right, so the first one, E minor. That's the E minor triad. The next one we get to is the F sharp diminished triad. Then G major triad. A minor triad, B minor triad, C major triad, D major triad, and we're back up here with the E minor triad. So, how do you memorize these voicings? Well, you have a few options. Of course, you can take a favorite tune of yours that you like to play, and instead of playing the usual, maybe bar chords or open chords, you switch them out for these voicings instead. Or you can take the metronome and create a little mini progression, something like I just played E minor, D major, B minor, and C major. Simply use your imagination, be creative, and explore these voicings in different keys as well. And here's a useful tip for you. Let's say that we're looking at this from the perspective of G major. So we only have 3 major triads to worry about, 3 minor. And then that odd one out, that diminished triad, which is the one we probably use the least. So the 1 chord being G major triad, the 4 and the 5 chords would be C and D. They have the same grip, same voicing. And then E minor, the E minor is the 6th chord. The 2 chord is A minor. And the 3 chord is B minor. And those grips are the same. E minor, A minor, B minor. And G major, C major, and D major. So that way you only have 2 grips that you're really thinking about. The major and the minor. And that we have that odd one out, right? The diminished one. So there you have it, Eric Johnson triads, or wide interval triads. Now, if you really want to dig deeper into this topic, practice 2 backing tracks and have a lot of different exercises for how to really know how to find these triads on any strings all over the fretboard, you should consider joining my website. I provide sound slice for all the exercises, which is a tablature and notation window side by side with the video. So you can see my fingers on the fretboard at the same time as you can see the tablature or notation. And you can also slow down any sections you want, and you can A-B loop any section as well. In other words, it's a really, really powerful and effective way to learn. Did you like this lesson? Give me a thumbs up, add a comment, and of course, subscribe. I don't want you to miss out on my next lesson.